Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed about how to prepare the sales book, how to prepare the columnar sales book with the types of goods given. So now today we are going to learn about the sales book with columns for goods and expenses. So what is that? So when a businessman sells goods on credit, many a times other charges are also to be recovered from the purchaser, or we can say the customer, apart from the sales value of goods. Normally, such charges are in respect of GST, railway freight, carriage, packing charges, etc. So, out of such amounts charged to customers, certain charges are such as GST payable to government, whereas other expenses are incurred on behalf of the customer and hence are to be recovered from them. So to obtain information for each such different expenses, sales book with columns for goods and expenses is prepared. So now let's see the format of sales book with goods and expenses. So here the specimen is given. The first column would be the date, then second column would be the name of the customer, then third would be the outward invoice number, then LF number, then net amount of goods, then railway freight and labor. Like whatever expenses are given in the question, you have to prepare that column. Then there would be the intrastate supply. In that there would be two columns: input CGST and input SGST, and then after that it would be the interstate supply, which is IGST, and the last column would be the total amount in rupees. So now let's understand this by with the help of an example. So here example is given, illustration 6. Question is, from the following transactions prepare sales book inclusive of expenses in the books of Sardar Stores of Surat. Sardar Stores keeps record of GST, railway freight and the labor. Prepare sales book on the basis of total GST rate. 12% GST is not included for the following transactions. Add applicable amount of GST and prepare the sales book. So the various transactions are given which had been taken place in the year of 2015 and in the month of June. So the first transaction says that goods sold of rupees 30,000 at 10% trade discount to Pankaj. Railway freight rupees 1,000, wages of rupees 300 and invoice number, that is 123 is given. So how first of all you have to prepare the format of the sales book with expenses, and at the top of the table you have to write sales book of Sri Sardar Stores of Surat. So how would you pass this journal entry? So here in the name of the customer, first of all you have to write the year 2015 and June 1st. So in the name of the customer is given, that is Pankaj, because goods is sold to Pankaj. Therefore you have to write the Pankaj account. Then outward number is also given, that is 123. You have to put dash in the LF number. Now for the net amount of goods, how would you find the amount? So if you minus trade discount out of 30,000, you will get the net amount of goods. So first of all calculate 30,000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 3,000. So if you minus that 3,000 out of 30,000, you will get 27,000. That amount you have to write it in the net amount of goods column. Here write this. Then railway freight is given, that is 1,000, and labor is also given, that is 300. Now for the GST, in the question it is given that goods sold, nothing is mentioned whether it is done within the state or whether it is done outside the state. So you have to assume that it would be had done within the state. So for the within the state, two types of tax are applicable, that is output CGST and output SGST. So if you calculate 12% of 27,000, you will get 1698. And remember that CGST and SGST both are 50-50%. So if you calculate 12% of 27,000, you have to calculate on the net amount of goods. Then you will get 1698. That amount will be written for both the columns CGST as well as for the SGST, because both the tax are 50-50%. That's why in both the column the amount would be the same. Now the next transaction is goods sold of rupees 50,000 at 10% trade discount on cash to Nilesh and labor charges of rupees 200. So in this case, cash sales of goods has been taken place. So there would be no entry passed in the sales book. So no entry will be passed for the transaction which had been taken place on the 10th of June. Now let's move to the next transaction, that is goods sold of rupees 20,000 at 5% trade discount on credit on 3 months to Jayesh Bhai of Jaipur, that is Rajasthan, on behalf of the Jayesh Bhai paid labor 250 and railway freight of rupees 400. Invoice number 130 is sent by adding labor and railway freight. So here goods has been sold to Jayesh Bhai of Jaipur, Rajasthan. So from this you can say that the goods sales of goods have been taken place outside the state, correct? So first of all you have to write it in the name of the customer. It will be the Jayesh Bhai's account. Then outward number is also given, that is 130. Then for the net amount goods, again you have to minus the trade discount. So calculate 20,000 into 5 divided by 100. You will get 1,000. So if you minus 1,000 out of 20,000, you will get 19,000. So that amount will be written in the net amount of goods. Then railway freight is given 400 and labor is also given, that is 250. So as sales of goods is taken place outside the state, therefore IGST would apply. So you have to calculate 19,000 into 12%. Whenever you will calculate, you will get 2,358. That would be written in the IGST column. And lastly, you have to total all these amount. That is 19,000 plus 400 plus 250 plus 2,358. You will get 22,000. Now let's move to the next transaction. Here that is given, the old machine sold to Kishan for rupees 1,500. For it labor paid rupees 120 and Kishan gave guarantee to pay within the 15 days. Here the sale of assets has been taken place. So again no entry will be passed in the sales book. For this sale of assets, no entry will be passed in the sales book. The next transaction is goods sold of rupees 10,000 at 5% trade discount on credit of rupees 3 months to Vaibhavi. Railway freight was of rupees 800 and Vaibhavi paid half of the amount, total amount, invoice number 135. So for this you have to in the name of the customer you have to write the Vaibhavi's account. Then invoice number is also given, that is 135. Now you have to calculate first of all minus the 5% trade discount out of 10,000. So when you calculate 10,000 into 5 divided by 100, you will get 5,000. So if you minus 5,000 out of 10,000, you will get 9,500. That amount will be written in the net amount of goods. Then railway freight is already given, that would be the 800. Then labor is not given, so you have to put the dash. Now here nothing is mentioned whether it is done out of the state or inside the state. So you have to assume that the goods, sales of goods have been taken place within the state. So CGST and SGST would apply. So again GST rate is 12%. So if you calculate 12% of 9,500, you will get 618. both amount will be written in the CGST column as well as for the SGST column, because it is both 50-50%. So for both the column the amount would be the same, and at the last you have to total it. And the last transaction is goods sold of rupees 40,000 at 10% trade discount on credit of 1 month to Gaurang Railway Freight of rupees 1500, added in invoice number 140 and sent it. So here the name of the supplier customer would be the Gaurang's account. Then in the outward invoice number is given, that is 140. Then how to pay for the net amount of goods, you have to again minus the 10% trade discount out of 40,000. So now calculate 40,000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 4,000. So if you minus 4,000 after 40,000, you will get 36,000. That amount will be written in the net amount of goods. Then 1500 is given for the railway freight and labor is not paid, that's why you have to put the dash. Again in this transaction nothing is mentioned whether this sales of goods is done within the state or outside the state, so that's why you have to assume that the sales of goods have been taken within the state. Therefore CGST and SGST would apply. So now calculate 20% of 36,000, you will get 2,250. Both the that amount will be written in both the column, that is CGST and SGST. Now you have to total it. Now after the end of the sum, please do not forget to total the each column like this. If you do not total, you will not get the full mark. So please do not forget to total the each column. And again, if you do not if you have any questions or any doubts, here is given. So total GST rate was 12%. So both the column is, I forgot to mention you that total GST percent is 12%. So for the intrastate supplies, CGST and SGST both are 50-50%. So half of the 12% is 6%, would be 6%. So both you have to calculate on the 6%, correct? So sorry, I made a mistake. For the intrastate supply, you do not have to calculate 12%, but instead of that you have to 6%, do 6%. And if you even do like 12%, it is nothing wrong, but again you have to half of, you have to divide at the end, you have to divide it by 2. So but still on a safer side, please divide the 12% into half, that would be the 6%. So you have to calculate 36,000 into 6%, then you will get 2,250. That amount will be written in both the columns. Clear? Still, if you have any questions, here detailed explanation is also provided. You can refer to this column, how we have calculated the GST rate. So here total, in a detailed manner, it is also explained. So please, if you have any questions or any doubts, go through this table. So with this, now we are done with the preparation of sales book of expenses. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video, we would be looking at the purchase return book and the sales return book. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.